Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. How is your weekend? And I hope you are resting well and enjoying yourself. We sincerely apologize for yesterday. I didn't realize I was not having enough data on all my lines. I know I have three lines, and I couldn't realize that I was not having data in all of them, enough data. So it was when I got stuck that I turned to this one and discovered that no data. Turned to this one, no data. And it was very funny. So, and then that's how the lesson ended. And all the effort to recharge network was also terrible. So, but we thank God data is sufficient now for us to do our lesson. All right, so I would like to welcome all of you for today's training. And my name is Samuel Taude Joshua, the registrar of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management. This is the free training we have been providing for our followers on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you are following us on Facebook or on YouTube or any of our social media handles, then you stand a chance to benefit from this training. So I'd like to welcome all of you for today's training and for always taking time to be part of our trainings. And definitely today we're going to have our mediation, marital conflict and mediation examination for those of you that did the training and are ready for the exams, you prepare for it. And then today we are also going to actually restart the course we started yesterday, which is diversity management. And diversity management is what we're going to look at for this month, you know, because when we talk about the issue of diversity management, a lot of things come into the mind. Yesterday I was trying to sample a kind of pool to know what you feel when it comes to diversity management. I was asking questions concerning what aspect of diversity that um, you consider the most important in the workplace. I think I had some responses, but one thing that plays out so much was cultural diversity and gender diversity. Yes, this they play a dominant role, but like we said yesterday, it also all depends on your location. There are if you are in a particular location, cultural diversity may not necessarily play any role, any significant role. Most especially where we have a culture that is predominantly a single culture. Do you understand? Like maybe you're in North Korea, or maybe you're in Japan, or you are in China. Do you understand? So you may not experience issue of cultural diversity so much in those countries, but you can experience, or maybe for instance, places like Saudi Arabia, you cannot experience issue of cultural diversity so much, right? What you may predominantly see playing out, it will be gender diversity. Do you understand? Gender diversity is the issue of man, woman. Do you understand? So this is the issue that you may likely see it playing out at the higher level. But the issue of cultural diversity may not necessarily be an issue there. But having said that, it means then that there are other aspects of cultural or aspect of diversity that are also always playing out in our organization. We'll talk about cultural diversity. We'll talk about gender diversity. We have also racial, ethnic diversity. We have age diversity. We have disability inclusion. Do you understand? So all of these are the aspect of diversity that we talk about. We talk about social economic backgrounds, and we talk about religion. All of these have a lot of role to play so far as diversity management is concerned or diversity is concerned. All right. So These are the issues. So now, for those of us that are in countries where cultural diversity is an issue, we can see how influential it has been in our workplaces. You understand? For instance, if we're in a country like Nigeria, where is a multilingual country and also multicultural country with multi-ethnic groups, you understand how this plays vital roles in our organizations, in our places of work, even at the country level, at the national level. You see how these things are being played out. Do you understand? So cultural diversity has been a major issue of concern to countries like Nigeria and probably maybe most countries in Africa. Do you understand? Yes, the genocide that happened in Ethiopia, in Rwanda, happened as a result of cultural diversity. The civil war that happens in Nigeria happen as a result of cultural diversity. Do you understand? So all of these things are issues that are of concern. Do you understand? They are of concern so far as workplace is concerned. And we are not just looking at the workplace place level alone. We are looking at even at the country level, how these factors or how diversity affect our being as a people, as a nation, and then also how this diversity play a very important role in our various organizations. Do you understand? So this is what we are looking at here. All right. So now we're trying to look at understanding diversity and diversity management. And yesterday we defined diversity as the presence of differences in a given setting, differences in language, differences in race, differences in even in our gender, differences in our religion, belief systems, a lot of differences. So they make what we call diversity. Do you understand? Then we talk about, so we're trying to identify those aspects of diversity. We say race and ethnicity. We talk about African, Asian, Hispanic, and Caucasians. Do you understand? These are the various diversities that we're talking about. And these are racial and ethnic, you know, um, diversities. Do you understand? And then we'll talk about gender and gender identity. We have male and female, and then there are a group of people that don't want to identify with either male and female, so they consider them as by non-binary. Do you understand? They just men or just like that. Do you understand? So, but that is it. So now, how can we participate live? And you are live, you can chat. I'm seeing your chat, so you are participating already. All right. So, Mr. Doyo, you are already Guyo Doyo. You are already participating live. You are sending a question. I'm seeing it, and I'm responding. So you are in conversation. All right. You may not have the opportunity to speak. Um, uh, maybe there may come a time. Maybe I can just have 10 people in the studio. Maybe I will try and create that kind of time, maybe I will discuss with Janet. So maybe we'll have only 10 people join in the studio that can be in the studio and listen and ask questions, or less than 10. Then other people can join online to share chat and all of that. So only 10 can be allowed to be in the studio. Do you understand? So maybe those can be in the studio and they can ask questions and we can discuss, maybe from there, or maybe they can also throw more light. Maybe I will start considering what you asked, but you're already live and you're participating. So just continue to participate. But maybe from tomorrow, I will consider maybe allowing people to enter the studio with me, just to be around. Or you may not be saying anything until I'll allow you to participate, but maybe I can give you opportunity to be live in the studio with me while I do the lesson. Do you understand? Just only 10 people. We cannot allow more than 10 people in the studio, all right? So that's it. So But I'm talking about age. So age diversity also is an issue. The younger and the older generation or other people, employees in the organization also is a factor. Sometimes these factors matters a lot. For or civil servant, for instance, the issue of seniority matters a lot. Do you understand? Other people. So, and then we'll talk about religion. Religion is a way of life for people as well. Belief systems, they affect how we interact. Do you understand? I'm talking about countries like Nigeria, particularly because we know what this diversity has cost us. Because we have not been able to manage our diversity in such a way that it will benefit us. Rather, it has been so destructive. The diversity system we have here is not benefiting us as a nation, and it affects us more in a negative way than we would benefit from it in a positive way. Do you understand? Our coming together from different nationalities has not yet the right result. It has been tensions. It has been so stressful. Do you understand? As far as this nation is concerned. And that's one of the reasons why we introduced this course, so that we can discuss diversity and diversity management. Do you understand? So that at least some of you that are listening to me and are going to participate in this training can be able to improve the system. If you are in a system whereby in a system where maybe you are in a leadership position, you should be able to make sure that all diversities are being included. Do you understand? And nobody is segregated, discriminated against whatsoever. Do you understand? So these are the things. So religion also is one of the diversity that we're talking about here. We have Islamic religion, we have Christianity, we have Hinduism, we have Buddhism. All of these are forms of what diversity status, impairment, right? Finding it difficult to communicate, find it difficult to maybe move, or find it difficult even to see. These are different forms of what and disabilities that we have in our speech impairment. All of these things are there. So, but we need to determine which one. So, and we must create a space for this group of people. I saw a young lady who was complaining that she went for an interview and they look at her facial appearance. Probably she has some kind of um, I don't know actually what happened to her, but her face was a little bit, uh, not really too bad, but maybe she has some kind of deformities on, you know, her face. And then someone did not have the opportunity simply by her care, not by her performance. She did well, even in the examination and even the oral interview, but because of certain criteria, she was not selected. Beauty, bombs, blood, you know, I don't know. And so she was so pained. But thank God she aired her voice, and someone promised that she will be, taken care of, and hopefully that she will not suffer what she suffered, and then that maybe that will also be the end of her job search. And I pray that that happens so that she can be, she can be attended to. But disability status, disability, I want to tell you that nobody is above disability. Even in our old age, we can be disabled. So there's no, if someone has the capacity and he has the credibility to do it, why not? And most especially, government should be at the forefront of employing those kind of people. Because I understand private sectors sometimes can be quite challenging because they may want people that can work without hitches, but um, government can accommodate those people and give them a room. You understand? Yes. So government should be at the forefront of concerning such people. And there are some kind of disabilities that people can work. If someone have disability with one of the eye is clear, the person can work well. Yeah, they can wear glasses and do their job well without any issue. Do you understand? So these are the issues. Uh-huh. Then we'll talk about socioeconomic backgrounds. Also, it's another cultural diversity, or it's another diversity rather. Differences in wealth and educational levels. You know, there are some of you that don't want to identify with some people simply because of their level of exposure and educational qualification. It's as soon as we attain that level of education, we feel that certain people, you should not mingle with them because you are at the different level now. Do you understand? In those days when you go to university, you come back and sometimes you try to restrain yourself mingling with people in the localities, just simply because you feel that you have education now. Do you understand? Those kind of diversity issues. Do you understand? But this thing should not segregate us, rather make us strong, make us united. Do you understand? They should help us to come together to understand that we are together as a people. Right? So, this is it. Me, I don't discriminate anybody. I can interact with anybody, educated, not educated. Sometimes just that the level of reasoning is not always the same. All right. So, but that doesn't mean that you discriminate. You just try to accommodate, try to be patient, try to understand with one another. Do you understand? So now, having looked at the definition of diversity and those diversity identities or factors, let's look at what diversity management is all about. So, what is diversity management? Diversity management refers to the strategies, policies that organizations and governments implement to create inclusive environments where all individuals, regardless of their background, feel valued and have equal opportunities. Diversity management refers to the strategies and policies that organizations and government put in place, you know, to harness, all right, um, to harness and implement to create an inclusive, to create an inclusive, to create an inclusive environment where all individuals, regardless of their backgrounds, feel valued and have equal opportunities. So that is what diversity management is all about. So by the time governments set up policies that accommodate everybody, make provisions for disabled people, make provisions for those less educated and highly educated, make provisions for um, you know people of different religion. So in our system today, it's quite difficult to express all of those things. Do you understand? But you discover that the system is it's not balanced, and that's why people are talking about restructuring of the Nigerian system, so that all the groups will be included, all the groups will be carried along. You understand? So diversity management is a very strong instrument that we can use to, create rooms for everybody to fit in wherever you are at whatever level, even education. If we go to the Benin Republic, for instance, now, if we, maybe you school, maybe you go to university, or you went to university, you study, maybe you stop at 200 level. They have a place for you. Maybe you dropped out from the university at 200 level. They have a place for you. Do you understand? You graduated, they have a place for you. You study and stop at the junior secondary school, they have a place for you. Do you understand? So everybody should be kind along. If you are disabled, there should be something for you. So we'll stop looking at disability as 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 people that cannot do anything. Do you see the person that built TikTok? Do you know have you seen a picture of the person that built TikTok? He doesn't have two legs. He doesn't have. But see what the impact is making globally. But there are no two legs. No, at all. No. Um, let's stop looking. Whenever somebody has disabilities, it seems as if in our situation here, as if that's the end of the person. No, these people are still capable in disabilities. They have abilities in their disability. Do you understand? So we must consider them. And if I profess a particular religion, that does not make me your enemy. All right. So if I'm a Muslim person, accept me for who I am. If I'm a Christian, accept me for who I am. And if you want me to come and join you in your own religion, show me the good of your religion so that I can join you. It's not by forcing anybody, it's not by suppressing anybody to advance your own religion. No, it doesn't fair. It rather creates conflict, and this is the reason why we're having some of these conflicts in Nigeria today, because we are suppressing people instead of trying to project the good values of our religion and lure people based on our good conduct to join us. So these are the issues. So it's been a trouble. It has been so terrible. You understand? So religion is also one of those diversity, and we see it play out in workplaces. Sometimes people are being suppressed, deny opportunities, deny certain promotions on the basis of the faith they profess. You understand? So we have to address these issues. So so diversity management creates rooms for everybody to accommodate everybody, to harness the abilities in every situation, to harness the ability in the diversity, right? To harness the potentials in diversity. Diversity does not necessarily mean that it's troublesome if we use it well, right? So this is it. So let's use this um you know ex- exploit and exploit the opportunities that are available in our diversity, right? So do it to share this link, do it to share this meeting so that others can see it and join and be part of this training as well, right? Remember that we're giving it to you free. So remember to share the link, let people also join, share it with someone. Share with people, let them still register. We're just starting. All right. So the United Nations, UN, for example, has global diversity policies encouraging gender equality and racial inclusivity in hiring. All right. So they hire every the Negroes, the Hispanic, Caucasian, they hire everybody. They hire all of these groups of people. I had the privilege of being in the Northeast to train some of this, to train one of these organizations, international organization, their humanitarian, their human resource department. We had the privilege of training them, and we had the opportunity to interact with a Filipino, and she was actually nice to us. In fact, after the presentation, she took us out. You understand? We had interactions, we relate, and you understand? Interact, fine. She had dinner with us. Very good. Very, very welcoming. Do you understand? So that's why it is. So IBM has a chief diversity officer and extensive diversity training programs to ensure an inclusive work culture. So this is what our um, you know we are trying to also create some kind of partnership with government agencies. Just that sometimes government agencies, sometimes you write them courtesy visits and it's a problem. Invite them for an event, come is a problem. Sometimes we don't know what to do. Do you understand? So, but we keep trying until we begin to see them welcoming and so that some of these ideas we can share with them. We have National Orientation Agency that we can work together to promote some of these things that we're talking about. All right. So it is we can have they can have a bigger platform to do this thing because they have the budget. They can have a bigger platform. If we have the budget that government does, we can do bigger things. We can do bigger projects that promote some of these activities. We even went to NTA, for instance, to give us a room for us to be doing this like conversation on peace clinic. They say we will be paying, and we don't have the money to pay them. So we have to like, okay, let's hold on. Maybe when we grow and get bigger, we can pay them and have that kind of audience. Do you understand? So we are deploying this one because this is also another big platform to reach out to people, and we have been reaching out to people. It's amazing. Thank God we are now creating country representatives, country offices. So if you want to represent our institute in your country, right? You feel that you are capable and you can represent our institution in your country. I know some of you are here that I would like to do that. So if you are interested to represent our institution in your country, then um, let us know so that we will interview you and consider you for a position. But if you are from Ethiopia, don't apply. If you are from Ghana, don't apply. If you are from Zambia, don't apply. If you are from Kenya, don't apply. And because these countries, the main position that we want to have, they have been taken, they are filled up, all right? But any other country is still open. I think in Cameroon, we have just four, so we still need some people there. You understand? So that is this. So this is what we're doing. So any other country, we are targeting to establish the institute in about 20 countries this year. So those of you that are ready to be part of this vision in your countries, you can join us. We interview you, train you, and then commission you to go and start. But if you have to, you must be somebody that wants to sacrifice. Say, I'm sacrificing, right? I'm here doing this free. What is sacrifice? So you must be a person that's willing to sacrifice your resources, sacrifice your time before you can do this work. If not, you cannot. You understand? You must be a leader. And no leadership comes with sacrifice and responsibility. So you must be a leader before you can represent us, right? So we have positions that are open: country coordinator, national liaison officer, national liaison and grant officer, national membership mobilization and training officer. We have other positions like national training officer, national membership mobilization and induction officer, and then we have national project and monitoring officer. These are the key five positions that we are looking at. So if you think you can fit in any of these positions, reach out to us so that we schedule an interview for you and then consider you for that and train you to represent us in your country. All right. So that's it. So Importance of diversity management. Can we look at the importance of diversity management? Is diversity management important? Because we told you that diversity management, create rooms for everybody, create environment where all people are carried along. So is diversity management important? I think it is. All right. So if diversity management is important, what do we need to do? Let's look at the importance of diversity management. Right. Let's explore some of those importance of diversity management. Number one is economic growth and innovation. Economic growth and innovation, because we are harnessing the various potentials of different group of people that comes together to work together. That is, we are tapping from each other's potentials to become better, to grow, and become sophisticated even in the economy of our nation. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So diverse teams bring different perspectives because leading to more creative and effective problem solving. Because you come with your idea, I come with mine. You come with your level of thinking, I bring mine. And what happened? Good head join another good head. Or a weak one join a strong one. And they complement each other. And before you know it, we innovate, we create, and make new things happen. That's what diversity management is all about. So it's very important for economic growth and innovation. You know, when we bring people working together, bring ideas that work, make things work, bringing nice programs and policies, you know, and carrying out the implementation of these policies, do you know what happens? It makes life better. It makes life what easy. You will understand. So that's it. So you can see Singapore, for instance, now, for example, Singapore's multicultural workforce has made it an economic powerhouse in Asia. But Singapore, they are the mates of Nigeria. Do you understand? Right? Nigeria and Singapore are of the same mate. Singapore, Malaysia, Nigeria, all of them got independence within the range of the same period. For where Singapore, Malaysia are going, Nigeria is dancing a shoko. You understand? Cannot reach there because they have taken decisions to exploit and deploy their potentials. In diversity, they bring out the opportunities in diversity. They are implementing it, and it's paving way for them. Do you understand? It's paying off for them. That's why they are growing economically. That's why they are growing technologically, and that's why they are growing, you know, in every facet of their economy. Do you understand? Then let's look at improved employee performance and satisfaction. When diversity is well managed and harnessed, it improves employees' performance and satisfaction. Right? Employees who feel included and valued perform better. Just look at it. You should feel valued. If your usefulness is being considered and you are being treated well, if you are being welcomed in such a way that motivates you, do you know how much productive you become? Mm. You're giving your best, right? Of the best. You do everything to bring results. That is where people are being valued, where people are being considered. Do you understand? So that's why it is. Where people are being considered, where people are being valued, they're giving their best, they improve. People that Initially, they were not doing well, but when they discover that they are being valued, they give their best to make sure that they stand out. You understand? So, one example that stood out is Google. Google's diversity initiative have led to a 30% increase in employee satisfaction in diverse teams. Google. So let's look at better decision making as another benefit of diversity management. Diversity management is very important because it facilitates what? Better decision making. It facilitates what? Better decision making. So when people are being carried along, when people are being included and given opportunity to participate, they give in their best. They bring in quality thinking, critical thinking, and bring in, you know, good decisions. You understand? Make good decisions. They make quality decisions that bring about what, you know, you know, better ideas, that bring about what, strategic solutions to problems. Do you understand? So this is what is better decision in problem solving. Do you understand? They take decision that leads to greater increase and productivity in the organization. So that's what it is, right? So this is what it is. So better decision making. So organization with diverse leadership make better financial and other decisions as well. You understand? So that's why you must encourage diversity in your workplace. I get a point now. That is why we must encourage diversity in our workplace. Then expanding market reach. Another benefit of diversity at the organizational level is expanding what? Market reach. So a diverse workforce, you know, understands and connects with different customer bases, right? Because how you handle customers may not necessarily be the way I will handle. You may be tough with customer, while I may be smooth with customers. You understand? So in this way, I should be able to handle a customer better. Do you understand? So this is what it is. So how we handle customers may not necessarily be the same. So, and in our efforts to handle customers well, we will be able to, bring in different approaches and then support customers and reach out, you know, to many customers in different ways and make things beautiful for them. And then they keep coming back and keep coming back. You understand? So that's what it is. So um, let's look at another example or another reasons why diversity management is important is, you know, challenges in diversity. Okay. So another reasons why diversity management is also important, you know, is because it brings about, you know, excellence, it brings about excellency or excellent performance, excellent coordination. Do you understand? Because when people come together, they come with different ideas, different skills, you know, and they make coordination easy. So these are some of the few reasons why diversity management is critical. So some of the reasons why diversity management is important. All right. So diversity management is good, no doubt about it. But what are the challenges that confront diversity management? But one challenge is resistance to change. Yeah, resistance to change. Nigeria as a nation have been talking about the issue of restructuring, but people have been kicking against it. I think about two national conferences have been held. So many solutions were considered, but there's issue of resistance to change. Some people want the status quo to maintain, and the current leadership of the country want the status quo to be maintained so that they can continue to ride on the current status quo and benefit more from it because the way we manipulate people here, the way we take advantage of our cultural situation and our diversity situation to ride into power has been so you know unimaginable. But these things happens, you understand? So they want it to remain. So any effort to every effort to restructure or to make things work better, they don't want it. Let it remain. If things work better, we may not have the opportunity. So they want it to be maintained. Resistance to change. So you can see employees, even in organization like that, when there's a new policy, they find it difficult, people resisting, right? People resisting. Unconscious bias. Unconscious what bias. Another challenge is unconscious. Sometimes people may be doing things, not necessarily that they are conscious of what they are doing, right? But what they are doing is affecting others. Many hiring managers unconsciously favor candidates similar to themselves. Do you understand? Someone speak like you, someone behave like you. So consciously, you tend to consider the person as the best candidate, and then you favor them because they behave like you, they speak like you, or maybe they believe like you, or maybe they share the same faith with you. So for that reason, they are being considered. Do you understand? So these are the issues. So unconscious bias are also there. Then let's look at communication barriers. Communication barriers, all right? So sometimes language and cultural differences can create misunderstanding. You speak, but someone is not hearing you, who heard you in a different way. Do you understand? So sometimes we are eager to communicate in our own languages. You know. And so communication like that sometimes causes confusion and misunderstanding. And it also brings distrust. Do you understand? Most especially when we are using our languages to communicate. And most especially when someone is not hearing us. So it makes them feel that, oh, I'm being sold out here. Do you understand? It makes them uncomfortable. So these are the issue. So communication barriers is also one of those things, all right? And then we talk about so these are basically the common challenges that you will see in diversity management. All right. Now I want us to do something. I want us to do something quickly before we call it a wrap because I'm going to stop here. All right, I'm going to stop here. So I want to ask you a question. Now, can you? I know we come from different background. I'm giving reference mostly to Nigeria, right? Because Nigeria say is the giant of Africa. So people should not be offended though. I'm not the one that said it. But Nigeria proclaimed to be the giant of Africa, right? That's why I'm just making references to Nigeria. But I know that we come from different countries because I'm chatting. People that are chatting me are from different countries, all right? People from Zambia, some from so many countries. So now I want to ask you, can you identify, right, the biggest diversity challenges in your country? Can you identify the biggest diversity challenges in your country? I'm here, I'm reading your comments. Once you comment, I see it, I'll bring it on stage and read for other people to hear what is happening in your country. What is the biggest diversity challenges in your country? What are the biggest? Or just mention one biggest diversity challenge in your country. Mention one. Mention one. I'm in your comment section. So once you comment, I'll bring it out, and then other people will see it. So are you there? So begin to give me your answers. So let me refresh this my phone. Give me your answers. Give me your answers. Your biggest management diversity challenge in your country. The biggest diversity challenge in your country is bring them out. Bring them out. We are together. Yes, from Botswana. Tell us the Bongang. Tell us, tell us. What are the biggest diversity challenges in your country? I heard someone should say it. I'm listening. If you understand what we have done here today, can you just mention one of the biggest diversity challenge in your country? Let me see. Right. That's what we're going to do for the remaining of the time we have. We have 30 minutes according to our lifetime for the end of this meeting. The biggest challenge of diversity in Nigeria is cultural. Who is that? Mhm. Yeah, that is Ike Ekuma. He said that the biggest challenge of diversity in Nigeria is cultural. Another person also has said something here. Oh, the messages are dropping so very fast. Uh-huh. Mr. Essence is saying that religious diversity is the major challenge in Nigeria. That's what John Essen is saying. That ethnicity and religion is the biggest diversity challenge in Nigeria. Religion, Jacob Azaki also say religion is also the biggest diversity challenge in Nigeria. Right? Who else? Magnificence Consulting Associate. One of the challenges peculiar to Nigeria is ethnicity. All right. Then we have Victor. You are from which country? Tribal bigotry is also one of the challenges. All right. Uh-huh. That's fine. Uh-huh. Zuma. Say negative perception and fear among diverse groups in Nigeria. Religious intolerance is one of the biggest challenge of diversity in Nigeria, according to Ekuma. And then Beatrice, the biggest challenge in Nigeria is religion, right? That's what Beatrice is saying, right? Beatrice is saying the biggest challenge in Nigeria is religious diversity. So, what about other countries? I'm hearing about Nigeria only. What about other countries? Uh, Chimuka from Zambia is saying that political what no development is their challenge in Zambia. Okay. Geopolitical zones and boundary problem is also one that is according to Jacob Azaki. All right. So who is? So um now you people have been you have mentioned some of the diversity challenges that we have in your country. I'm still expecting more. Why I'm still talking, I'm still expecting more to come. Most especially those from other countries. I want to see what is the biggest challenge of diversity in your country. Nigerians are mentioning what are their biggest challenges. Now, can you begin to think about a solution about these things? Maybe tomorrow we can discuss it. Maybe tomorrow, like I say, maybe tomorrow, I will allow 10 people to enter into the studio. Maybe after the discussion, after the teaching are finished, then I will allow 10 people to enter into the studio so that we'll discuss about these challenges of diversity that we have identified. And then so begin to think about solution. All right, what is going to be the solution? Discuss the one you have mentioned, profile a solution for it. Profile a solution, all right, profile a solution for it so that we can look at the solution you are bringing. All right. So if you are among those that say that religion is um, is the problem, so profile a solution for that particular problem. All right. Ada Williams at Chenechi is saying from Lokoja is saying that cultural and religious diversities are the most challenges, the greatest, biggest challenges in Nigeria. All right. So let's so, like I said, tomorrow I'll be bringing some people into the studio after our lesson, our training, so that we can discuss this. You have identified them, and now we will discuss them and discuss the way forward. So, do your homework. Tomorrow, at some point, I will ask someone to send the link into the group, and so those that can join to discuss it can join to discuss the live meeting. Do you understand? So that we will interact, that you come together, we share. So, but you must have a good network. You must have a stable network for you to join our live. Right. So, if you are going to be among those that will join the live and come into the studio, all right, you should be able to have a stable network so that you can be able to communicate. Do you understand? So that's it. So in Nigeria, our diversity is also challenged by sense of what? By a sense of somebody said something. In Nigeria, our diversity is also challenged by sense of superiority by groups. Right? There are some groups that feel that they are superior to others, right? So this is what that person is saying. So yes, I may not be able to allow all of you to come into the studio tomorrow. At highest, I will allow 10 or 8 people to come into the studio. And so therefore, those 8 that will be in the studio should be those that are prepared to answer questions, to interact, to discuss, you understand, to proffer solutions to the problem we have identified. So you can do your homework. We know the issue that we are mentioning here: tribal, religion, cultural are the issue we're talking about. Nobody's talking about gender, but there are some genders that can cause trouble. You understand? There are genders that are causing trouble. So there's so tomorrow we're doing a lot of discussions on those matters. So any question, if you have any question, you ask. Those of you that are to write um examination on the marital conflict and mediation, we are going to share the link for the examination in the WhatsApp group. So you will get it from the WhatsApp group. All right, don't reach out to me. We're going to send it in the WhatsApp group for marital conflicts and mediation. So you write your exams. Do you understand? That's all. So the examination is by 9 p.m. That's immediately after this lesson by this 2 minutes after 9. Or no, after 8. 2 minutes after 8. So it means that you have 58 minutes to go to write the exams. 58 minutes So if your time is not like our time, with that issue, measure it now. If I say that we have 58 or 57 minutes to go into the exam, it means that you should start counting now so that you're able to know the timing very well. So thank you very much. And there's no question, I believe, because I didn't see any in the comment section. So people should have a wonderful night tomorrow. Those that are going to come into the studio, get ready and get prepared. Thank you, Fa. Thank you very much. Wonderful night. Enjoy yourself.